We are said to have a weak mayor system in the city of La Crosse. Would you encourage the mayor getting more power? Yeah. I'm not sure who asked
You know, it is a weak mayor, strong council system when we all hear that. And the mayor has but two powers, and one is the veto, and as I always say, you're not going to build anything with that. But really, who of us has, in a sense, power? It's all moral leadership. Everything is that. I mean, the President of the United States, to borrow the line from the movie Lincoln, is clothed in immense power. But really, it's only moral authority and moral leadership. And that is all there is. And I also, we just came off of 4 years of a mayor who was a good man, but had no previous relationship with the council at all. And you can't start at baseline zero. You can't. You have to have a relationship. Now, I've been there a long time. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I thank you. It's been a wonderful experience. And I have good relationships with many, and I'm not going to tell you I get along with all. There's some on the outer orbits. Okay, that's just human nature. All right? But you've got to start with something. And if there's anything that, in a sense, distinguishes Mr. Catt and myself, is I'm burdened with the experience, and I have a record, but it's also an advantage because I can start with that relationship. That doesn't mean it's going to be smooth, because I frankly think the choices before this city in the next 4 years, principally because we've drifted for the last 4 or 6 years, are huge. The responsibilities are going to be extraordinary. It's not only our neighborhoods that are at a tipping point, but we have basically, because of the level of our property taxes, almost priced ourselves out of the market. I mean, this is not a good situation. And how to get this down, I've done many city budgets. I've done some county budgets, okay? That's going to be a problem. And to do it and be fair to the collective bargaining question, in union negotiations is going to be equally difficult. The next mayor is going to have 1,001 polls on them simply because the problems have been allowed to drift for the last 4 to 6 years. It's nobody's fault. He started with no base, and it's just been that way. So weak mayor, strong county, I want to go a long way. Okay, drifted. But you have to start with that relationship. And that is both my burden and my advantage of having served there over these years.
Well, I would not be in favor of trying to change the form of government. I don't think that that would be something that would be very productive. I do beg to differ a little bit, though, with my opponent. I do think that it is called a weak mayor, but I do believe a mayor sets a tone. And you set a tone through establishing mutual respect. You set a tone by listening. You set a tone by collaborating and reaching out and building consensus with council members, with departments, with our citizens, with our staff, and with those people that care about our city. I do have that background and experience that works every day at collaborating and working with a diverse group of people. I really feel strongly that, again, as mayor, you have to have a vision, and I have a vision for this city. I want this city to flourish, and I think we have great opportunities. And then you have to be able to communicate that vision. I think you cannot be afraid as mayor to come out and say, well, these are the priorities I think we should be working on. Council members, departments, what are your priorities? As mayor, I don't have all the answers, but I think if we get enough smart people around a table together, we can start to really resolve some of these issues and some of these challenges. So I do feel strongly that as mayor, you establish that tone and you set that tone very early on, and that's something that I would do right away as mayor. Is I would reach out and sit down with council members, sit down with departments, and start working on the people's business right away. I also do think that, again, we've had, whether it's 4, 6, 8 years of turmoil, I think that's a testament to folks not getting along, to folks who have their own agendas, who are not looking out for the people's business. That's what I hear more often than anything, even more than taxes, when I knock on doors, is they want the mayor and the council to work together. And again, I'm not blaming any one person as far as why that hasn't happened, but it hasn't happened. I mean, we've had long-term council members who, you know, have been part of that. We've had new mayors, and again, I think it's just very important that as mayor, you set the tone and you work to collaborate, and that's what I would do as mayor.
A related question goes to Mr. Cabot.
Stay standing.